Howdy, howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet. Here we go. We're going to Atlanta. We're having some fun. We got a rebound. We had a terrible race at freaking Chicagoland, but it was good. It was a good night, right, for Dale Jarrett. He got a big Winston Cup win. Here's the outlook of your upcoming schedule. So you got the Mbna America 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. You got Pocono, the Brickyard 400, and yes, more road course racing. So unfortunately, we were a $1.65 behind. We lose 90 points and we fall to 4th place. Dale Jarrett climbs, well, pretty well in the hunt, and Mark Martin gained some points. Definitely not what we needed. Not what we needed, and yeah. So the top 10 drivers are the only ones realistically eligible still for the championship. Anything can happen here, but for Jeff Burton, that was a tough hit. We just missed the setup. So we're going to Atlanta. Let's run the normal primary paint scheme. It's a day race. It's not a night race, folks. It's a day race in Atlanta. This is going to be fun. We have to get a top 10. We got to get the momentum going our way. And we put a lot of focus in qualifying and practice. We got to get better at it, guys. We got to. So without further ado, let's go to Atlanta. Alrighty, folks, so we didn't qualify the absolutely greatest, but luckily it's not dead last, so we got to make some points up. Tough run at Chicago. We're going to the Mbna America 500. We got to get some points here, guys. We're going to have to go out there, qualify top 10. Let's get this race going.
MRN welcomes you to Hampton, Georgia, site of today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Mbna America 500. I expect to see some exciting racing in this one, don't you, Barney?
The high speeds that can be reached here does make for some exciting racing. There's no restrictor plates to keep them from being able to pass either. It's just all out, flat, good old stock car racing with the best drivers in the business. I can't wait to get this one underway.
Jerry Nadeau pulled off his first victory here in the 2000 season finale. And a year later, he nearly did it again.
You know, that was a heartbreaking near miss for this team. They were leading up until the last lap when the car ran out of fuel and Bobby Labonte overtook Nadeau for the win. But the 25 is always strong here, so look out today.
Jeff Burton has put together a great season so far.
He just needs to keep digging like he has been. Sometimes when drivers reach the top 5 in points, they start to push themselves too hard on race day and wind up losing spots instead. I'm sure he doesn't want that.
Dale Jarrett comes to the track with the hopes of maintaining his top 5 points position.
Oh yeah, and all these guys in the top 5 are fighting hard week in and week out to gain as many points as possible. It's harder to pick up spots once you're into the top 5.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. Well, we got, a young cat on the front row alongside Ryan Newman. They're both young cats, but definitely some unusual suspects up in the top 10. But we qualified top 10 as well. And I don't see the 24 car up there, which is great for us. We've got to get some points. He's probably around 13th, maybe to 15th. But Sullivan gets the pole for the one and only Atlanta race this season. And I tell you what, his 103 Ford, he's going to have a good shot to win this thing, guys. But we got to go out there, we got to earn it. But we got to take care of the car, and here's why. Just any slight contact to the side of this car from hitting the wall will kill our speed in the day. We cannot hit the wall. We got to be very, very patient here. Alongside Jimmy Johnson here, 32 laps to go here at Atlanta. This is going to be interesting, folks. So, the car is going to get up to speed very slowly. That is part of the gearing in this car. Look, like I said after Chicago, we cannot afford to go to the racetrack and have a setup that's not even competitive like that. We can't. I worked extensively on this setup. Is it perfect? No. But we're going to try it and hope and pray to God it works. Now, I worked with the 3rd gear to help the 4th gear, and I'm hoping this will turn some good lap times. I'm hoping. I mean, this thing is 1,000% trimmed out. I mean, I couldn't adjust. I could not make this car pretty much any looser, right? I basically trimmed it out to make sure this car can turn because Atlanta, for whatever reason, is such a tight racetrack, my dude. And just trying to find horsepower and mechanical grip. It's such a hard balance to kind of, go for. But I tell you what, though, here in Atlanta, it's the one and only showing here in 2007. Atlanta could go back to 2 races next year. That's something that is in the works that could happen. There's also rumors maybe Kansas could find its way to the season as series or whatnot. But somehow, someway, we're going north. We're not going south. We're actually making a little bit of ground here. This is unusual for the 99 crew here. This is definitely great news for the team, and absolutely want to keep it going. So we're behind Wolf and Rusty Wallace here. 32 laps today, 28 to go, and we're in the mix of it here, but we cannot afford to make a mistake. Got to be patient here. Look, I want to be extremely aggressive, but that's just not Atlanta. Just a slight amount of damage will completely hinder our car's overall speed. Absolutely got to be very cautious. Come on, car. But you have to push it as well. That's the balance. Is you got to be patient, but you got to be willing to give it that throttle, to give it that corner entry. But these cats, I mean, you can throw a blanket over. I mean, these cats they're all Lunchables in the same box. I mean, these cats can't go anywhere. There we go. Finally, we peek our nose underneath Waltrip here. 3 wide here. This is quite risky. Ooh, cut Rusty a break there. There we go. Kind of push back the 15 car now. The Roush Gutierrez Martin follows in suit. Your pole sitter is dropping back. Probably about to get past for 8th place here. But these guys are just all wadded up here. And we got, oh no, Martin, no, don't open the door for Martin. Because that cat will freaking slam his nose in there. We're already on lap 7. And I tell you, these cats, I mean, it's like a mini restrictor plate race here. These guys are not wanting to go anywhere. Meanwhile, the leaders are pulling away. I mean, look at Jimmy Johnson. He's drove through this whole thing. He's up to 2nd place. Underneath 2 up-and-coming drivers. We could see some 500 champions out of some of these drivers. You just never know how these drivers are going to evolve as the seasons go along. Because I plan on probably doing a good 7 more seasons of this. You never know. And Kyle Petty, believe it or not, the Richard Petty Enterprises program, they've got so much support from the Mopar camp. It's really showing. Scott Wimmer, week in and week out, it's a top 10 cat. Kyle Petty is really, I mean, I'll be honest with you, just absolutely running so much better. And it's a good thing to see. Anyways, we're up to 4th place here. We're gaining on Ryan Newman. Martin and Jeff Gordon are the fastest cats in the alley, but we've somehow been able to work our way to the front. Now, I don't want to cause any damage to the car. I want to take care of the car as long as we can. Jimmy Johnson hits the freaking wall! Oh my goodness! Wow! Johnson freaking creams the wall. Ryan Newman just got a back bumper of a Monte Carlo probably up his windshield. I mean, completely destroys Newman's car here. How is there no caution? So I'm guessing Newman doesn't have a DNF, but you can imagine his car, in terms of competitiveness, will be out of the going. But what this also does, this also takes care of Martin. Now, we practically gained a 2-second advantage there. Thank you, Jesus, for keeping us in the inside lane there. And now your race leader today here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, it's Bill Elliott, the hometown favorite, the Georgia native. I tell you what, the cat's out front. It's 2007, but this guy could still win a Winston Cup race. And I tell you what, though, that thinned the herd. So Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman, 2 Winston Cup champion drivers. I mean, these guys could win the championship in 2007, and both of them, I mean, Johnson got so loose off turn 2, completely pancakes the fence. Newman has nowhere to go. And next thing you know is he's reading the back license plate on Johnson's Monte Carlo. Oh my goodness, that was incredible racing. But believe it or not, we're actually gaining on Bill Elliott. You can see all the tire marks and everything off turn 2. I mean, that was I'll be honest with you, there was no caution for that, and that's a God-given miracle, because Ryan Newman, I mean, I don't know how he didn't have a DNF there. I guess his car was 100% health, because that was insane. Anyways, lap 13 out of 32 here. Still a lot of racing left today, and it's time to talk fuel mileage here. So, halfway today is going to be lap 16, lap 17. We're past the halfway point on our own fuel mileage, so we do have a little bit of fuel that we could spare. Think about it. Halfway is probably, I mean, honestly, let's be honest, probably 9 laps. So you do have some leeway here. But look at the tire wear. Is the tires worth it? Tires are going to be, in my opinion, they are absolutely worth it here in Atlanta. Absolutely. So you want to pit, excuse me, you want to pit as late as possible here. And that's going to be difficult to do. Because you're going to see drivers going to get out. They're going to make up some time early on. But, you know, you just got to make your bed. You got to lay in it here. I think Jeff Gordon's going to pit late, right? But one thing is, he has not led a lap yet, so I would like to pit with Gordon, or at least after Jeff Gordon, because I feel like Bill Elliott's going to pit early. Not early, but he's going to pit earlier than us. And we got a Stanley Steamer down here in 3 and 4. Not sure who is the unfortunate. Oh, we got 2. Oh my goodness! So it looks like oh my God! Bill Elliott crashes. Oh my goodness, caution is out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This race has gone bonkers. Race leader Bill Elliott, the Georgia native, who appears to go down the pit road, makes heavy contact to one of the lap down cars, Darrell Wolf, Stanley Steeman, the 25 car, Jerry Nadeau with big damage. Bill Elliott, monster damage at the front end of that car. Jeff Gordon, the 6-time Winston Cup champion, avoids it. Sterling Marlin, Mark Martin with contact as well. We're going to have to pit here at the perfect timing. And I tell you what, though, the attrition rate of this Mbna America 500 is absolutely through the roof. So this is a routine pit stop here. We need to keep everything the same. Go for it. One of the fastest cars is taken out, guys. Bill Elliott. You see the damage to the nose of that car. I would be hard-pressed if we don't get a debris caution. I would be hard-pressed if we don't get a debris caution. But I tell you what, though, Bill Elliott crashes as the race leader here. Could be his last shot at a Winston Cup win. I'm telling you, man, this is it's like the Duralast Cup Series. It's unscripted racing, man. That's why I love this freaking game. It's my favorite NASCAR game ever. And when we turned up the wreck frequency and the AI mistakes, oh baby, it's getting good. So here we go, lap 19 out of 32. It's gonna be a slow restart here for us. We need to block Gordon as much as we can till our car gets up to full song. Car's pretty loosey-goosey here, so gonna have to get blocking pretty well. We are the race leader. Those are lap down cars ahead of us. Oh, Jesus. Gordon's gonna... Oh, no, a little bit of a nudge there. A little bit of a nudge. He ain't gonna like that one. We blocked him. It's okay, though. It's okay. We pushed Gordon back a little bit. Just a little love tap there. No worries. Jeremy Mayfield is in position, trying to take the lead here, as well as Ward Burton. So both of the Burton brothers in the top 3. We're going to get super loose here. Mayfield's going to probably take the spot. Down on the bottom, 2 wide off turn 2. Heavy damage to the Evernham 19 car here. I mean, you can only imagine how bad that car is handling. Ward Burton, what are you doing, you idiot? Just dives it to the bottom there. I get it, you know, we're coming down to the corner, but I mean, you can't make a corner entry on the bottom like that, bro. If that was my mistake, I own up to it, but man, that was kind of stupid. So Jeremy Mayfield, the 19 car for Evernham Motorsports, is out front here. Damage to both of the Evernham cars. So the Mopar camp, they brought some hot rods today. But a new contender for the race win. Guess what? Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's cruising up here. Could he potentially win this Atlanta race? But another driver that is not 100% out of this, Jimmy Johnson. Now we know he's got some damage. Caution is out on the racetrack here. Hold on to your spots, folks. So Mayfield, we need to catch Mayfield here. Not going to be able to catch him. Dang it. I tell you what, though, we're faster than him, but we just need a little bit of time. Once we get our car up to full song, we're absolutely better. Short run, no. Long run, yes. And this Atlanta race is easily becoming a NASCAR Thunder Classic. Bill Elliott as on cue. Big damager. Look at Bobby Labonte. I told you that if you run over a piece of debris, it will cut your tire. Watch the green 18 car. Watch it. Watch it. Boom. He's going to make a hard left into the infield. That's what I'm talking about. So when these parts come off these cars, if you run it over, it will cut your tire. That is my case, point, and proof. Lap 26 out of 32. This race is one of the greatest races of this freaking playthrough, easily. And now, we got to block Dale Jr. Jeremy Mayfield is going to get a huge lead here. And this could cost us the freaking win here. We can't get our car rounded up fast enough. Dale Jr. looking on the outside. Johnny Benson in the mix. Got to block the Budweiser Monte Carlo, but Jeremy Mayfield in that special paint scheme out front here. Coming to lap 27 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This race has gone bonkers. Who is going to win this 500-mile event? We need some green flag racing here. No more cautions. I love cautions, but dang it, we need a long run here to be able to catch Mayfield and win this Atlanta 500. Mayfield is out front. I don't even think he's won a race in this playthrough. So that's 2002 to 2007. He has not parked that 19 car in victory lane. Evernham won at Finion roughly 4 weeks ago. So, I mean, that team's feeling pretty stout, but dang it, we got a hot rod here, and Mayfield is out front. If a caution comes out here, honestly, I think this is going to take us out of contention for the win because our car cannot get up to speed in time. So many variables here. Drivers taken out for the points. This is going to shake up everything. Where's Jeff Gordon? How far back is he? But we are gaining on Jeremy Mayfield here. Will we get another debris caution? I think there's a chance, but I'm going to say we don't. We're right behind Mayfield here. We need to get around him as soon as possible, but I'm going to try to pass him clean. Trying to pass him clean here. Oh my god, man. This has been a barn burner of a freaking race here. I'm going to dive to the bottom. You know what's pretty cool? I had the diecast for both of these cars, too. The 2002 primary for Burton and that alternate paint scheme for Jeremy Mayfield. Coming off turn 2, or turn 4, excuse me. Lap 30 out of 32. Burton is out front here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, qualifying 9th. Let's be honest, we've had a hit or miss, I'd say history here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, but this has been a truly an unprecedented event and absolutely a barn burner to watch. Caution ends the race here. But will our tires hold? Will Dale Jr. get around Mayfield? Mayfield is blocking here. This has been bonkers, man. I tell you, Bill Elliott had a great opportunity to win this race. Completely crashes into Darrell Wolf, the 63 car, who probably got caught up in that gigantic mess off turn 2 with Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman. This is insane, folks. Through 3 and 4, looking to snag the white flag here. Looks like Dale Jr. is going to finally get around Mayfield, but is it too little too late for the 8 crew? Jeff Burton out front here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Tires are worn. But I tell you what, though, after the disappointment at Chicagoland Speedway, we had to do something. Focused in practice. Got the car qualified well. And quite honestly, survived a wild Atlanta race. But coming off turn 4, it's going to be South Boston, Virginia's own Jeff Burton to win the Mbna America 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Yes! Wow, that was freaking awesome. Gordon does finish into the top 5, though. Which is not good for us. But you know what? We're going to victory lane at freaking Atlanta? Like, what? This is freaking cool. Now, that was a fun finish right there. I tell you what. You know, you run so many of these freaking races. You know, we've done hundreds of episodes of this, it seems. And you get a few of them that really resonate and really are classics. This was absolutely a classic race. Just freaking, I mean, Johnson gets loose off the corner, a huge pile up there, and freaking Bill Elliott, the race leader, completely crashes and just ruins his entire chance of winning this race. And somehow, we hold off Mayfield, Earnhardt, and Gordon and pick up a huge Winston Cup win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And I love Atlanta. Say what you want to say about 1.5 miles. 1.5 mile racing pretty much started at the Charlotte Motor Speedway and Atlanta Motor Speedway. I love these tracks, and it's pretty cool knowing in 2021 we're going to have 2 Winston Cup races here in real life. I freaking love it. We blew the engine too. I wanted to burn that one down. That was fun. Wow. Jeff Burton wins at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and a huge win too. Think about it. We finished, what, 39th at Chicago last Saturday night. We go in here, win at Atlanta, a huge win. I'm talking, we needed this. A good, solid 1.5 mile win. We're going to gain some points. We're going to get a big trophy. And what an incredible race. Think about it. The Daytona 500 was an absolute barn burner of a race. This one was no different. This second, if not the best race all season. I think it's the second best. I think the 500 was the best one of the playthrough. I mean, it was just incredible. But this Atlanta race had everything. It had, the leaders crashed twice in this race. Johnson and Bill Elliott both crashed out racing for the lead. I tell you what, though. This was a fun race. So we only led 9 laps. We don't get the max points day, but this is a critical note here. No laps led for Gordon. We're going to come away with 180 points. So that's 20 points to gain on Jeff Gordon and more on Dale Jarrett and Sterling Marlin and company. So that's great. Even Ricky Rudd as well. Mark Martin, though, that's a big number. 134. Guess what? Well, we gained about 46 on him. So that's pretty good there. Keep digging through here. So Bill Elliott, truth be told, had an opportunity to win this race. Cooked it. He had the most laps led. Took out Darrell Wolf in the 63 car. But let's take a look at the finishing order here. Your pole sitter finishes 21st. That's not good for him. Attaboy for Steve Park, though. I mean, literally started 40th, finishes 20th. I'd say that's a pretty good day at the track. Even Robbie Gordon started dead last, 25th. Not bad. But let's look at the chaos here. Think about this. Rusty Wallace and Ryan Newman, both of the Penske cars going for the Winston Cup Championship. Qualifying in the top 5. Ran so good. And look at that damage that got him. I mean, the Newman could not recover from the Johnson crash. And I imagine Wallace got a piece of it, too. You got Darrell Wolf, DNF for him. Nadu, DNF for him as well. I mean, this was an unprecedented event. And it took a lot of big names out of contention, you know. And Johnson had a lot of rear damage in that crash with Newman. So even though he gets a top 5, it was definitely a well-earned one because his car had damage. Anyways, folks, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, hit that notification bell down below. And I'd greatly appreciate it, honestly. I'd greatly appreciate it. Upload these every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Diecastbuffet, so you can tune in for some more Thunder content. I think the next race is Pocono. Pocono's fun. Pocono is fun. Hope you have a great one. Stay humble. Diecast Buffet. I love coffee. Signing off.